Hey everybody, I'm Crow. Welcome back to OneShot. We're actually going to start down here because I thought about it. I'm pretty sure this is where the water treatment plant thing was. So this was a dead end and we should probably go here before we go to the city. Some vines just grew around this bridge. Almost as if they were an intentional repair effort. Yeah. Would you happen to know where I can find a battery for a flying machine? What is a flying machine? Never mind. Hello, person. The research station is currently experiencing some technical difficulties. I can tell. Even the bridge on the way here was... Are you sent here by Dr. Silverpoint? No? Oh, carry on then. By the way, do you know where I could find a battery for a flying machine? I do not. Alright. Do you know where I could find a battery for a flying machine? Have you checked the power room? Do you know where I could find a battery for a flying machine? I have a battery integrated into my system. It cannot be used to power other things. Ah. Anomalies are increasing. Well, at least the entrance wasn't blocked off. Hello, person. This is the main generator of the Glen. Hello. Would you happen to know where I could find a battery for a flying machine? It's kind of an emergency. I do not know what a flying machine is. But any sort of large machinery would require a high-capacity power cell. For example, the generator in this room utilizes such a device. Oh right, I almost forgot. We had to fix the battery for this thing in the Barrens, didn't we, Crow? If this is an emergency for living beings, you can use the battery from the generator. Oh! Wait, but if we take the battery here, all of you guys would lose power, wouldn't you? Maybe Crow and I should go find another one. Negative. This is the only battery in the Glen powerful enough to be used as a standalone unit. If it is a dire situation, then do what you must. Oh. I guess we have no choice but to take this, Crow. We depowered it. Rip all of the robots. A robot without power. I'm really hoping there's a better resolution for this, because honestly, the way things have been going, it looks like something's probably going to happen to the plane, and Alula and Calamus and Cedric are all going to have bad things happen to them. It just seems like the world is supposed to be falling apart, but in the end, maybe we fix it and save everybody? Because at this point, I'm fully expecting every person that we see and or care about to have bad things happen to them. The land fragmentation is happening faster and faster now, but looks like the vines are slowing it down. We won't last long now, will we? The sun can't fix the squares. The sun can't restore the land. Where's the spinny goat? My mommy is making food for everyone. I want to help her catch fish, but I'm not a grown-up yet. Where's the spinning evil goat? This island has more moss covering it than our village. It has more moss covering than our village did. Would have been nice to build a settlement here. Too late now, I guess. Sniff, are you okay? I want to go back home! Oh, you're the trader guy. Sure am. You here to trade? Because if you are, then I got bad news for you. A lot of my stuff is back at my cart, which was sadly abandoned when I was running for my life. So my collection is very limited right now. Managed to grab some of my favorite things, though, before I left. Oh, do you have anything like gears? Gears? Like the metal spinny things? I don't think I have anything like that. Wait, I do have this box thing that you can wind up and play a song. That's a music box! Yeah! I bet there's lots of little metal bits in that. Oh, that might work. But I'm not sure if I want to trade it away. It's one of my favorite things. Aww. Oh, what am I saying? You're the savior. Things have been getting pretty bad around here lately. If I don't help you, I might not even be around much longer. You need this to save the world, right? Take it. Ah, thank you. Wow. Everything's getting more and more depressing around here. It has a clover on it. By the way, if you ever see a big guy with goggles and a cool helmet, tell him the trader in the Glen said hi. Also ask him if he has any more music boxes for trading. Will do. I wonder what item I missed out on in the beginning. Where's the spinning goat? Oh, it's over there! Our village was ransacked by squares not long ago. Most of us made it out alive, but we can't really go back anymore. Oh. Squares are bad news, man. I got too excited by the goat and I almost read that wrong. It's alive! Nothing's biting. What a day. I mean, your goat friend is okay. I don't know if this is a reference to something, but I do enjoy the existence of that goat. Looks like the Glen is deteriorating faster than ever now. Oh, hello, Messiah. Would you like some stew? I made enough to feed a whole village. Literally. It's okay, thanks. Nico's so nice. I think we've got what we need then. I think we can just go back. So hopefully Cedric can actually take this stuff apart or something. We found a music box. It should have gears in it, right? I assume so, but... This looks like one of the ones that my father made. Your dad makes music boxes too? My dad makes a lot of things. Where did you get this from, by the way? A trader from the village gave it to me. I see. I remember my father saying that he used to trade with some people, or some of the people here. He always did love traveling this world, despite, well... sorry, I started rambling. The gears in there are compatible with the engine, although it pains me to have to take it apart. Oh, I'm sorry. It's fine. We still need a battery to get this engine running. Please do what you must to find one. We found a battery! Oh, nice. I honestly wasn't expecting it. It's from the generator on one of the islands. The research station? Yeah. It was powering all the robots there. I felt bad for taking it. We can always just give it back later. Alright. Looks like the flying machine has a chance after all. I just have to assemble the pieces now. But it might take a while. Do you mind keeping me company? How's it going? Slow. The connectors in the battery were not designed for this type of engine, so I have to shift around some of these ports. And there's this bolt that keeps getting stuck, and... Don't worry, I'm making decent progress. We should be able to make it to the city by tonight. If you say so. What will happen once we get there? We need to bring Proto back first, and then we need to go find one more person. You may have already met her, actually. Do you remember her from the last time you were in this world? What does she look like? This is going to sound strange, but she is a fox. Oh. I do remember talking to a fox at one point. You've met Rue? The memories are still really blurry, though. I see. It's just hard, you know? Proto told me to think of this world like a dream. But then I got so caught up with... and I just... kinda... forget. I forget that everything here is supposed to be not real. And then I remember. And then I just get really sad. I know this is for me to go home, but knowing that none of it mattered in the first place, am I just trapped here for no reason? Proto also told me not to ask anyone in the world about this, saying how they don't understand. But what about him? How did he know? How do you know? Aren't you guys all supposed to be code? Well, I'm not sure what to even believe anymore. I wish Rue was here. She's so much better at explaining this sort of thing. I'm doing a terrible job of it. I bet Proto was even less tactful, wasn't he? I'm afraid I must risk sounding callous, but please, you need not concern yourself with how real everything is, for now. The plan is already in motion. We cannot allow for distractions. Father is putting everything into this one last run of the world. The last chance for him to fix everything. Your father is involved in the world machine? You could say that. The acceleration of square particle anomalies was not accounted for at all, though. The patch was only built to accommodate the normal rate they appear, but they're accumulating at frightening speeds now. Proto even lost his body. Thankfully, he gave you the disc just in time. So what happened anyway? What happens to anyone who gets caught in the squares? I only know it's bad. Well, you know how the simulation works, right? How everything is code? Specifically, everything generated from pre-existing code. The squares can cause damage to that code. Most of the time, irreversible damage. Father has lost some friends in previous iterations of the simulation. It took him forever to develop the current, much more stable version. You're making it sound like your dad built the simulation himself. Wait, did he? Yeah. But how? If everything in this world is code, how can he build himself? That's, not really what happened. So, what happened? Like I said, you shouldn't concern yourself with... Alright. Did Prototype ever tell you about the old world? He did say something about being built to greet the Messiah of the old world. I was, too caught up with the other stuff at the time to think about it. Ah, you know of it at least, then. Alright, here we go. My father, myself, the other two, none of us are part of the simulation itself. Our homeworld, the real world, was actually destroyed a long time ago. In the years leading up to the calamity, scientists from all over the world tried to stop it, but the outlook was bleak. A vague prophecy about a messiah from another world became everyone's last bastion of hope. Prototype, was built to predict the future, about the specifics of this messiah. But as his predictions turned out, the messiah would not have been able to arrive to our world in time. In fact, the Messiah would not even have been born before our world ended. Disheartened, most people abandoned their research and resolved to peacefully live out their final years. But some people did the opposite. Even though saving the world was impossible, they didn't want our existence to be in vain. And that's where my father came in. With the last of his resources, he built his most ambitious project yet, the World Machine. A large, detailed facsimile of the old world, generated from a pool of memories collected from everyone he knew. After a heavy amount of modification and an added narrative, my father was able to convert the entire structure into code. How did that code escape the old world? I have no idea. What I do know is, there is no equipment back home that was powerful enough to run the code independently. So aside from the standard hardware, it also needed to borrow the mental processing abilities of a living person. Father used himself for that during the initial testing phases. Like I said, it took many iterations for him to make the experience stable enough. But as you can see, even that's breaking down. Father caught on to the issue in the last minute, but he did not have enough time to fix it. After the world ended, the code just kinda ended up floating in the void, indefinitely, waiting for a willing operator to install it onto their own hardware. Crow? Yeah. The operator, Crow, would then generate the universe using the code, becoming God in the process. So, Crow was the living person you needed to borrow? No? That would be you. But why me? I should have asked that question a long time ago, shouldn't I? I do not know. We really need to get going. It's fixed. We can leave in the next 5 minutes if you're ready. Alright. I understand if you are upset. But please, try to understand. My father is doing this to help all of us. And that includes you, Nico. The fact that you can't even go back home, I'm sure it upsets him greatly. The world means a lot to him, you know? So, how does flying work? Wait, don't these machines already exist in your world? You should already know what to expect. Not really. I've only heard about them. They're usually a lot bigger than this one anyway. Ah. Well, a word of precaution before we take to the air. Please, try not to panic. It takes a few minutes of getting used to, but it's not that bad once you're in the air. I'll try. Oh, I should probably tell Calamus and Alula where I'm going. You mean those two running over here now? Nico! Bad news! The boat is gone. What? It's the squares! It looks like they're headed in this direction. That's fast. Calamus, right? Yeah? How bad is it? Doesn't seem to be of immediate danger. Then it is of priority that I take you to the city first, Nico. But what about them? I can make a detour later and drop you guys off in the city too, if you want. The city is better equipped to handle the squares. You'll be safer there. You're taking us to the city? If you wish. Oh, yeah! Alright. I will be back here in an hour, so please wait for me until then. You guys sure you'll be fine here? Mm-hmm. The squares are still moving pretty slowly for now. Alright then. Guess we'll run into each other again soon. I'm ready to go. Alright. Such majesty. Oh my god! Nico's really... Nico, how are they wearing hats? I know they have a little windshield, which is adorable by the way, but how are they wearing hats and not having them blow off? Nico goes on all the best adventures. That's so much better than just signing a piece of paper. Whew. Made it. You... okay there? Nico, he hasn't recovered yet. He's too awestruck. That was the coolest thing I have ever done in my entire life. Reactions from first-timers are always delightful to watch. Okay, Nico. I'll accept that that was a little better than the vacuum, maybe. Hey, Crow? That was really fun. Did you have fun too? I mean, you weren't on the plane with me, but you gotta watch it at least, right? And Cedric, yeah? Thanks. What for? Flying! Oh, you're welcome? And for answering my questions back there, too. And for telling me more about the World Machine. I'm just really sorry about what happened to your old world, though. So I'll help you the best that I can. And even if it's all just a machine, this world is still nice. I mean, I got to fly. I got to see the ocean. And I got to meet a lot of nice people. People like you. And Prototype, even if he's broken right now. I'm glad you're taking it so well, Nico. And I'm glad that we've met as well. Despite the circumstances. Ah, speaking of Proto, I should probably head off now. I need to go pick up the siblings, too. That's true. Those two have been waiting for a while now. In the meantime, do you remember what to do to get to the surface? I remember having to fix an elevator button. Alright, you should... Alright, you should attend to that, then. Let's meet up here in an hour, okay? Got it. Alright, now let me just... No! They're trapped on the island. Calamus, Alula, they're... We don't have much time left. Nico, change of plans. Please give me the memory disk. Alright. Listen carefully. It's likely I'll be targeted again, so we should split up to keep you safe. I want you to find a door under a large clock. The room behind it houses a pair of ground access elevators. Once you get to the ground, immediately find Rue and bring her back to the room. She will know what to do in the meantime. Alright, what about you, though? I'm going to bring Prototype back. Aww. What? Are you okay? What? Are you okay? Sorry if that's too loud, I don't know how to do that. Don't worry, I'm fine! Don't scare me like that. Hey, Crow? Let's do our best. Sounds like a plan, Nico. Anyway, this is about 8 minutes longer than usual. Sorry about that. If anybody could let me know if possible, I don't need any spoilers or anything, but is there going to be any point of the game where it's timed? Like, I like to do these in 15-minute increments, up to 20 if I have to. If I stopped at any point in the next few episodes, would that screw me up? Like, do I have to do all of these in one shot? Or like the end of the game at any point? I'm just curious. Either way, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked it. Later, everybody.